Hi guys! Welcome back to the Unraveling the World podcast.
Before we get into today's episode, let's hear from our sponsors.
This episode is sponsored by Anchor. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain it to you really quickly. To start off, it's 100% free, and there are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will then distribute your podcast for you so it could be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and many more platforms. In fact, you can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. If you're interested, download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Okay, so in this week's episode, we are joined with Iomikoe, a Vitiligo model. So Iomikoe, we would love if you could introduce yourself really quickly.
Hi, my name is Iomikoe Johnson, and I am an international published vitiligo model. I am an entrepreneur. I have my own cosmetic line called Perfectly Painted Cosmetics. I'm a mom. I'm a grandma. I'm a wife, and I'm just a social media influencer.
Yeah, that's really amazing. And to start off with our first question, we wanted to ask you, how has vitiligo impacted you?
It changed my life for one, completely. And it has created opportunities that I never imagined that I could give. So it has impacted me in a good way, and at first, when I first got it, I would say in a bad way.
Yeah. Do you think, have you ever struggled with confidence? Like you said, bad way. Did you mean, has it ever, tempered with your confidence in the beginning?
Yeah, at the beginning, yeah, it did. It, really, really messed with my self-confidence. I tried to commit suicide because of it. Because of the bullying and just the harassment and the stares and just could you imagine, I went from a beautiful, and I'm still beautiful, but I went from a beautiful dark-skinned woman into my face changing to two different colors. So that's a lot to process, you know?
Yeah. What do you say is your favorite thing about vitiligo?
My favorite thing about my vitiligo, I love the way that my patterns have formed, have formed over the years. That's what I love about it, and I have really clear skin.
So, Iomikoe, we were wondering if you could just explain to our audience what exactly vitiligo is, and if you could elaborate how exactly it has formed, and basically the scientific definition of what it is.
Okay. Vitiligo is an autoimmune disorder that causes white patches to form upon the skin because the cells that make up the color of your skin, the cells die. So basically, we're losing the color in our skin, and we're losing it in patches on our body. And there are different types of vitiligo.
Yeah.
And I have I have segmental vitiligo, and which segmental vitiligo is wherever you have it on one side, you have it on the other side. Both of my hands are white, completely white. Both of my feet are completely white. So wherever I have a patch, I have it on the other side of my body.
Is it symmetrical?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So that was such a great explanation. Thank you so much. I wanted to go back a little bit and ask you about your confidence and stuff. What would you say to someone who has vitiligo and they're struggling with confidence? What advice would you give them?
First of all, I would tell them to be patient with themselves. You know, I understand. I've had vitiligo for 20 years, and at first I didn't always accept. I didn't accept it, and I got tired of living my life for other people. And so I would suggest that they would not live their life for other people. If like I wore makeup for like 12 years, I covered up my vitiligo. And I don't regret a lot of stuff, but I regret doing that. I regret not living, walking in my truth. So I would tell them, to embrace who they are. It's gonna take you some time because, like, I went through a whole bunch of different emotions until I got to that confidence stage, to that ultimate confidence stage. It took me some time. So be patient with yourself. If you want to cry, cry. My mom is like such a huge she's like my hero because she knew I was struggling like privately. And she was just like, she called me one day and she was just like, babe, she was like, come over here. And I was like, for what? And she was like, just come over here. And then she sat me down and she just like, I know you're having a hard time dealing with your skin condition, but she was like, I just want you to know you're beautiful. You're amazing. You can do anything you set your mind to. And she was like, I know this is hard. She said, but if you need somebody to talk to, you got me, right? And I was just like, she was like, and anything you have to say, I'm not going to judge you. I just want you to pour it out on me. And so it was a good feeling to be able to have my mom, just let me be free. And it was things that I shared with her, like, and I cried in her lap. I remember the first conversation we had. I'm a grown woman. I'm 41 now. But at the time, I was probably like 26.
Yeah.
She let me cry like a baby in her lap. And then after we finished, she said, okay, now we got to wipe these tears. She was like, because we can't stay here. You're in a dark place and we have to get to the light. So you're going to have to process it, and then you're going to have to deal with it. And then we're going to have to move on. And that was the best thing that I did for myself, was to, I really processed the fact that, what, I have this condition, there's no cure for it, and there's nothing that I could do about it. And so I have to start living my life for me. So I would tell them, take your time, be patient with yourself, and live, and live.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You mentioned how your mom was there for you and very supportive throughout your journey. So I was wondering if you look up to your mom, or if she's a person who plays a great role in inspiring you throughout this entire thing.
Yes, I love my mom. I told y'all, she's like my superhero. As a teenager, my mom was so cool, right? She used to take. I have three other sisters, so in total it's four of us, right? She used to take us like to the mall, and she used to let us talk to boys.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like we were like y'all. We were like 16 though. We were like 16, 17.
Yeah.
Like, and she, like, if boys like came up to us and be like, "What's your name?" She would let us like have a conversation. Now she wouldn't let us leave with them. Now she would just like let us have a conversation. And she used to we have a daughter, like a daughter a day that we had. It's more than a day. Sometimes it's a week, but we take like a week, once a year, and we go somewhere. Like, we've been all over the world, my mom and my sisters, and we go somewhere and we just have a freaking blast. And we do that. We've been doing that since we were 16, and we are still doing it till today.
Whoa, like, really? Wow.
Yes. And you know what? It has made our bond like so strong, because I'm so totally connected to my sisters. Like, they're my best friends. Like, they're my best friends. I could tell them anything and they won't judge me. They're also very what word I want to use? They're very protective. Very. When people stare at me and stuff and like look at me, they be ready to fight. They be like, "What you looking at? Stop looking at her like that." I'll be like, "Calm down. It's all right. Like, okay in the skin that I'm in. So it's cool, you know.
Like, if someone does stare at you in public, what do you think the right response for you is?
Okay, so listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something. My husband told me this. One day when I first started my little journey.
Yeah.
We went to a grocery store.
Yeah.
And so when I would go in the store, I would keep my head down and I would just go where I'm gonna go, and I wasn't looking at nobody.
Yeah.
And people would be looking at me, but I wouldn't be looking at them. And I would just be, I think I just looked at so insecure and pathetic that I would not even like hold my head up high. So my husband, he got tired of that. So when we got outside, he came around, he opened the door for me, and I got in the car, and then he like kind of knelt down, you know, to talk to me, and he said, babe, listen. He was like, you are so beautiful. You are so beautiful. He was like, okay, people are gonna stare at you because like this is something they've never seen. So he was like, so I'm gonna give you an example. He said, what do people do when they go to an art gallery? I was like, they stare at the paintings. He was like, no, I said they look at the paintings. He said, no, they stare at them. So just think of yourself as a painting, as art. People are gonna stare at you. Just pick your head up and give them something to stare at. And so it was like, you know, I never really thought of it like that.
Yeah.
Like, well, I am kind of painted, so he is, right?
Yeah.
And that changed my perception of how. But you know what? When I changed my mindset, when he said that to me, and I sat on it, and I changed my mindset, and I walked in the store, and I walked with my head high.
Yeah.
People were. It wasn't stares no more. I invited them in because I was so confident, and I was smiling and walking around and talking and saying hi. So they felt invited. So now I don't get those stares anymore. I get, oh my God, you are so beautiful. You are so freaking beautiful. You know, you know, people say that to me now. Like, I rarely get someone that says something ugly to me. Rarely.
Yeah.
And you mentioned how in the beginning you weren't as confident in yourself. So I wanted to ask, what is one thing you wish you could tell your 16-year-old self?
Oh, I would be like, don't be so hard on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be so hard on yourself. Like, it's all a part of life. Things are gonna happen that are gonna be beyond your control. Like, don't be so hard on yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Just enjoy every moment and have fun. That's what I was telling myself. Yep, have fun.
What do you think is like a misconception people have of vitiligo?
Oh my God, Lord. Well, people think because my skin is turning white that I'm white. Like, they always ask.
Oh my God.
Okay, but, like, they be like, are you white or black? And I'd be like, oh my God, you're an idiot. Like, because listen,
that's so funny.
Skin color has nothing to do with race.
Yeah.
You understand? Because you can be a mixed girl. Okay, so Black women can create any color human being, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, so you could have a Black mom and a white dad, right? Yeah. And you can come out black as the night. Like, or you can come out light skinned, or you can come out white. Yeah. So skin color has nothing to do with race, and I don't understand why people don't understand that part. And then they asked me, child.
People have asked you these things?
Yeah, well, oh yes.
Oh.
They asked me if my skin is, if when my vitiligo is transforming, like when it's changing, do it peel? I was like, what? Oh my
God.
I was like, why would it peel? Why would it peel? Why would it do that? then if it will appeal, then you will be seeing dead skin and stuff on my body. And there is a skin condition that does that though.
Yeah.
But vitiligo doesn't. So and they ask me if it hurts, and I'll be like, no. or they say, did I get burned in a fire? And I'll be like,
my God.
people that been burnt don't look like this at all.
I feel like this kind of just brings up the fact that how uneducated people are about vitiligo, you know, and it's like if they took the time to do a little more research before comments like that, I feel like that would have a bigger impact.
You know what's crazy is this girl, she was like on my Instagram, she said, can I ask you a question about your skin? And I said no. And she was she said to me, well, you're an influencer and you got in your bio that you're a vitiligo model, so isn't it your job to teach us about it? I was like, no, it's not my job to educate you, it's your job to educate yourself.
Yeah.
It's not my job to do that. People think that just because, and they think that I want to sit around and just talk about my skin all day. Like I don't have like a life. Like I got other things that I want to talk about that inspire me, that, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to talk about my skin all freaking day, all the freaking time. It's like every time I get on live, it's like 20 million questions about my skin. And it's just like, I'm a human being. I want you to see me, but I want you to see me as an African American woman. I have interests. Yeah, beyond my skin. Like I'm funny. I love makeup. Even though I have the condition, I still wear makeup. I love makeup. I have a company. Like I have so many different interests. And so people tend to be more interested in my skin than they are my personality. And that kind of irks me.
Speaking of, like, what inspired you to start your cosmetics company?
You know what? I was always wearing like the coolest lipsticks and stuff. And people was like, where did you get your lipstick at? That is some pretty color. Where you get that eyeshadow at? And I was just tired of making other people money. And I was just like, and then people would see that and then they would send me free cosmetics and want me to post about it on. And I'm like, I'm not even wearing that. Like, and so I was like, I'm gonna start my own and make my own money. And then maybe I'll inspire some other girl, you know, or some other woman to say, you know what, look, she has a skin condition, you know, and she doesn't let it, you know, stop her from living out her dreams and doing what she want to do. So I'm gonna create my own clothing line. I'm gonna create my own whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I did it to inspire girls like that are different to girl, you can do whatever you want to. Don't let nothing hinder you or stop you from doing what your heart desire.
I think that's really important advice. And when we were looking into you, you also we also saw that you were a model, so we wanted to ask you, what's something that you truly love about modeling?
Oh yeah, I love all the attention. Like, cause when you go on set, girl, it's just all about you. Like it's all about you. Like it's like what you like, what you need. I love the attention. I love the posing. I love that. I love meeting new people, connecting with new people, because when you're on set, there are other models too and other people like producers and stuff like that. So you get to connect with new people. So, and then you get to travel, you know, and go places that you probably necessarily would have never went on your own. So I love the fact that I get to have experiences, you know, and that's like the coolest part.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. And you know, when I was also looking into you and like so many of your, I also saw that like you've written a book. So what inspired you to write a book, and what motivated you to like come up with the idea of writing a book?
Okay, so listen, the name of my book is The Spotted Girl That Empowered the World. I felt like we have no girls with vitiligo on television. There's only one supermodel, Winnie Harlow, and I love her, but it's just one. And then you know what else I don't like? I don't like the fact that when they, hey, hey y'all, hey, I'm on here. She gotta be quiet. My daughter gonna take my granddaughter out of here. Oh my God, yeah. She a Cancer girl. She dramatic. She's so emotional. She's so emotional. Okay, so and every time like Fenty Beauty, they just did their the Fenty Beauty show, right?
Yeah.
So okay, there's a model with vitiligo in it, and there's just one. And it's like every time they do something, it's always just one. Like, why can't be a couple of us? Why it always gotta be one? And then why y'all gotta publicize it? Like, if like, oh my God, we have a vitiligo. Like, girl, we are human beings. Okay, y'all acting like
we should consider it normal.
But it is, because more than 1 to 2% of the world's population has vitiligo. That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
So how is it still not considered? Why is it considered not normal? Yes, it is.
It like also makes you think like all these companies and stuff, they're only recruiting like one vitiligo model to just make their brand look like they're extremely inclusive and like very diverse. Like, look, we include so many sorts of people, when that is just not correct.
No, they're only using us.
Yeah,
they're only using us for publicity and to sell their products, and that's not right.
Yeah. Okay,
we're just as beautiful as the regular next door everyday girl. Yeah. Okay, and we're not there. We're not no. It's like you ever seen when like they used to have those circus acts. And they used to get like side freak shows, like people that are different, like that are real tall, the short lady, the man with the biggest nose, like stuff like that.
Yeah,
that's how it feels. Like they treating us like we are a sideshow circus act.
What do you think what do you think as a community we can do to kind of get rid of that stigma?
That's why it's so important that these young women accept themselves for the way God created them. We need more of us. We need more of us to embrace our skin. We need more of us to, I hate to see people on social media with the condition, and they're crying and saying, my life is so over. Look how I look. And I just be like, girl, but you beautiful.
Yeah.
You know what's so cool about vitiligo is that no one person has the same patterns, right? Everyone has their own unique pattern. Like, there is no one girl that looks like me. I'm the only one. Do you know how cool that is to know that you're not like that? You're not like nobody else. Yeah. You. They got a lot of black girls. They got a lot of Spanish girls. They got a lot of Asian girls. Yeah. They got a lot of them. But you are so unique. Mm-hmm. There's no one like you. Yeah. Like, you can walk around and say, "Girl, I'm rare. How you doing? I'm rare."
Not even rare, like I'm the only one.
Yeah, like I'm the only one. Like, there's nobody like me. Yeah. Like, hi. Like, like I say that to people when they like come up to me and they be like, I don't know the name of your condition, but it is so beautiful. I love it. And I'll be like, me too, girl, because I'm the only person that look like me.
That makes me like think, like, in 10 years from now, what changes do you see in like the vitiligo community?
Hopefully we see more. We see actors.
Yeah.
Hopefully we see more models. Hopefully we see. I want to see a kid on Nickelodeon that has vitiligo. Oh, like, imagine another, because you know what, vitiligo is predominantly seen in children. Like, they get it like when they're younger.
Yeah.
Like, between 3 and like I think 3 and 10.
Yeah.
So imagine, always just seeing, regular, just seeing somebody. You don't never get to see nobody that look like you.
Yeah.
Like that must be like really kind of sad, you know what I'm saying? That's why I wrote the book. I felt like young girls needed to see, you know, see themselves in stories, you know, understand that they're not the only one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they can feel included. And they can say, you know what? I'm not alone. I thought I was the only one that felt like that. Or I thought I was the only one that experienced that. You know what I'm saying? So they know that they're not alone. So hopefully we'll see more people use more of it, and not just one.
Like, yeah.
Like I want to see 50. Okay. And I don't want it to be like it's just so rare, like that you ever see a person with vitiligo and they make it seem like it's just a big deal. Just like we humans, at the end of the day, it's just some skin. But at the end of the day, we got the same things you have. We have a heart, we have a brain, we have a mind, all of that. It's just some skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're no different than the next girl.
Yeah.
No different.
No different.
Yeah.
I think it's really important because these people, they need to understand that, you know, they can look up to someone. Like if they're looking at someone on television, they're like, oh my God, this person's like similar to me. I can look up to them.
Yes.
And that leads me to my question. When you first got vitiligo, was there someone specific that you looked up to?
Oh, you know what? I had a cousin that had it. She was older than me though. She was like much older than me. And every time I saw her, she was so freaking fly. I don't know if that's the word y'all use now, but she was just so pretty all the time. Like she wore her makeup, like her, you know, she didn't cover her vitiligo, but she wore her lipstick, she wore her lashes, you know, she was beautiful. Yeah. And her clothes were always pristine and on point. And I was like, you know, when I grow up, I wish I looked like that. You know, like I wish I looked like that. And it's so freaking crazy. It's so freaking crazy because I ended up looking like that. So be careful what you wish for, I guess.
I mean, I guess in a way your dreams came true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought she was so beautiful. I just loved her. And when she walked in a room, like she demanded attention. Like she demanded it. Like when you walk in, you couldn't help but like stare at her. Like, cause she was just so beautiful.
Yeah. And I feel like that kind of wraps up the episode. Before we end off, we wanted to ask you, like, what do you do for fun?
I like to eat, child. I like trying new stuff. But most of all, I like trying new stuff. Okay, I went to go be on a TV show, right? And me and the girl, she's not my friend no more, child. But me and the girl that I went with, we went and had what we went go eat? We went what's the name of the place? What kind of food it was? We went go eat shoot, I don't want to be rude to nobody race, but my mind just went blank. we went go eat Arabic food.
Oh, Arabic food, yeah.
Yeah, we went go eat Arabic food, and it was so good. I ate this little. Okay, we got like a plate, like a little plate lunch thing, like, and in it had this like ball. It was like a ball, and it was like sugary. It was like a little sugary pastry inside it, like as a like a little treat. It was so freaking good, and it was like kind of wet a little bit. It was so freaking good. And then we had like curry, some kind of curry, and I had lamb because I never had lamb before, and it was good.
Was it your first time?
Yes, it was my first time eating there. And so I like trying new foods, like and going new places, and like I like, you know, what else I like to do? I like laughing. It's like my most favorite It's like my most favorite thing to do.
Yeah. Just laughing.
It made me feel good. Like I like
Yeah.
making other people laugh, like my friends and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I be having them gag and jab. So that's what I like to do.
Yeah. And actually, I just wanted to ask one more question.
Okay.
I was just wondering, is there a quote that you live by, or sort of like something that you just like live by?
I'll be like, my confidence is contagious, and you can have some.
Well,
and that's
I
my
love
own
that.
made up quote. That's my own made up quote.
I'm
Like,
gonna live by your quote now. That's
yes,
so
my confidence is contagious, and you can have some.
That is so nice.
Thank you. This was so nice. Thank you, ladies, for reaching out and asking me to be a part of it. Look, let me tell you, when y'all was messaging me, I was like, why is they trying to make me wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning? And then so today I like finally asked, because she was like, well, we're teenagers and we gotta go to school. And I was like, oh my God, I feel so freaking mean.
No,
I'm
you're
so
good.
sorry. I would have been. I was just like, girl, I'm not a morning. Did you read the text? I was like, I'm not a morning person.
No, we were laughing at that because we kind of before we send you that text, we were like, maybe this is too early because it's like a time difference. But then we were like, we settled for a time now. But
yeah, I was like, girl, we would have probably been did the thing if y'all would have did it in the afternoon. I was like, wait, I'm not a morning person. I'm an Aquarius to the soul, my whole soul. You hear me? I don't like to wake up early in the morning. That is just not my thing. I am so freaking cranky in the mornings, girl, if I don't get my sleep. Okay. Yeah. So I was just like, let me ask them why this time. Why is people when it's early in the morning, girl? Why is y'all up that early? And then when she told me y'all were teenagers, I told my husband, I was like, oh my God, I was being so rude. They kids. I was like, oh my God. Y'all, let me tell you, when y'all rescheduled the time, I literally been ready for like 2 hours. Because I wanted to make sure that I didn't miss it this time, because I feel like it's really important. You girls are doing like some phenomenal, work, and that y'all have your own little podcast. That's so cool. And I'm inspired by y'all. Like, I'm inspired by y'all. And I was just like, I feel like it's my job to set an example. And I was just like, I have to make sure, like, I don't miss this today. Like, I have to do that. Because I was just like, I felt so bad. I felt so bad that I had missed all the other ones. I was just like, I'm not missing this one. I'm going to be on time. I've been ready.
You're good. It's people like you that inspire us. And like when we were scrolling through your Instagram and when you DM'd us back, we got so excited. I mean, I was so excited to our podcast. And we just want to thank you so much for coming onto our podcast. And I love to get to know about you. Like, it was such a nice time. And thank you so much for all the sweet things that you said. But
thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. Y'all keep on doing what y'all love. Y'all love doing this. Y'all keep on. Y'all can don't reach for the moon. You can reach past the moon. Y'all can do anything y'all set your mind to. Y'all keep on. This is inspiring other women and other girls to be able to create their own thing. So keep on doing. Y'all can do whatever y'all set your mind to, and y'all just be patient with yourself. Yeah. If y'all mess up, it's okay. Yeah. Y'all can do it again. Okay.
Thank you so much, Iomikoe. You're such a down-to-earth person, and all the advice and the compliments, they just truly mean so much to us.
Yeah. Oh, no problem. Thank you. I appreciate y'all so much.
Of course.
Thank you.
Bye.
Have a great day, and
y'all too.
We wish you a future full of success.
Thank you. So same for y'all.
Thank you.
Okay. All right.
Bye.
Bye, honey.